Hey, what's up guys? It's Jsmith Gaming here. Hope you guys are having a great day. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing some Town Hall 10 field war attacks and what we could have done to make them better so that way they could have succeeded. So what we're going to do is just let the replay run and then break it down. But before we get into the first replay, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. Leaving a like really helps my content get noticed for more to see. And I just want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch my content. It really means a lot. But for now, let's go ahead and get into the first replay. Alright, so for replay number 1, we have Rotten Cantaloupe doing a Zap Drag against Clover Lily, and I think he did almost everything right here, but what's going to end up happening is basically he's not going to get down all the defenses that he needs to, and that basically the dragons are just going to die out. So overall, I think it was a pretty solid raid, and I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit more and just look at what you think went wrong and just really just take a look at what you think maybe you would have done differently. Do you like his approach? Would you have used his army composition to attack this base? There's a ton of questions you should be asking yourself throughout this video because there's 100 different ways to hit a base, and I just want you guys to take note of everything that you could see. So let's go ahead and break it down. Alright, so in my opinion, I think he did almost everything right like I said earlier, but there's some key things that I think you really need to take a look at when you're going to do a Zap Drag base. And that is, where are the air defenses located? So as you can see, they have one exposed one, whereas it's reachable by the queen, and he took advantage of that. As well as, where are the sweepers and where are the Inferno Towers located? So as you can see, the Inferno Towers aren't too deep, but if you come from either the left or the right, the other one's going to be pretty far away. And as you can see, this air sweeper is pointing towards the top and it kind of hooks this corner. So take a good note of that. Let's go ahead and start it up. And I think his intro into the base was actually really good. I think he got basically everything that he wanted to. He did end up pulling the Clan Castle. I always try not to pull the Clan Castle when doing a Zap Drag attack, but hey, it wasn't really an issue for him here, and it really didn't make too much of a difference because he took care of it very well. So as you can see, he's going to go ahead and lightning strike the two air defenses. Great, those two are tucked away. And his queen is going to go ahead and take care of the dragon, and then it's going to get taken care of over here. So this is the part I want to really take a look at because I think this is the most important part right here, and where honestly everything went wrong. So something that you need to do when you're doing Zap Drag is you need to kind of send your army all in at once, so that way it can kind of balance out the damage, as well as you need to set your Stone Slammer to take care of the most important damage objectives in regards to Zap Drag, and that would be air defenses and single target infernos. Multi-target infernos aren't that dangerous, but as you can see, this is a single target inferno. So what I think should have happened here, and she shouldn't have put down that Stone Slammer yet, and he should have started his funnel. He had a good funnel with the dragons, 2 dragons on the left, and then he's going to shortly after put 2 dragons more over here. And right now is where he should still have his Stone Slammer. And as his balloons are about to enter the base, he should have dropped his Stone Slammer somewhere around this part right here and put the individual balloons on the top side. And the reason I'm saying that is because he put the individual balloons that don't have any sort of protection from the actual physical siege machine itself, and the individual balloons are going to go ahead and start to get hit from these multiple splash damage towers. So, and the bad thing is his Stone Slammer only got 2 defensive buildings, and he still has to take care of that air defense and the Inferno. So as you can see, it got popped pretty early, but because it just had so much damage targeting it, and now the main raid is underway. So that was honestly the biggest flaw here. I think he had a good entry idea, as in he picked the right direction, but the failure to use the Stone Slammer correctly and just honestly just the attacking being synchronized with the attacking just wasn't that great. So overall, good idea, just poor execution. And if you don't know how to Zap Drag, I'll link it in the top right because it's an awesome attack strategy. Alright, in this one we have Sassy Reaperess going against Detlef for replay number 2. And this is going to be a queen charge with a Valkyrie. It's kind of like a hybrid attack. I think it's super creative, and I think it was really close to working. But I think what ended up being the biggest mistake here is honestly just patience overall. And I'll be looking forward to breaking that down for you in the second part of this clip. But I just want you guys to look at maybe some of the things that you would have done differently. And a big hint right here, as in just like some foreshadowing of some of the things that I think went wrong. And yeah, so basically what's going to go ahead and happen out here is the attacking force is eventually going to die out. The queen's going to fall here to the cannon, and that's basically going to be the end of the raid. All these troops are going to go ahead and pass away, and let's go ahead and break it down. Alright, so for this one, I think that she has a pretty creative idea on how to attack the base, and I think it's definitely possible to work. Would I have used the same composition to attack this base? Probably not. I probably would have hogged it personally, but that's not really the point of this. It's really just how can we turn this into a winning attack. And so starting out with the queen walk, and I think this is actually a really important one. So as you can see here, the queen's going to step up and she's going to challenge this next queen very shortly on. And what you're going to go ahead and see is that she is going to pop her queen ability because the queen gets too low. So when you have a high level queen and 2 point defenses looking at you, you are 100% gonna have to rage. And what's gonna end up happening here is she doesn't pop a rage early and she has to use the archer queen ability. I think that if you would have just used a rage off the bat, it would have been completely like a game changer for the raid. And because of this, like the archer queen ability, you should use it as a last resort. Like you want that to be your end all be all, like your get out of jail free card. And so in the bottom left, you can see that she has 4 archers. And these, alright, so the king, I know I'm getting a little sidetracked. So the king, honestly, whatever, that's fine. He can do his own thing. But this part right here is a problem. I think that she should have broken in with 2 wall breakers, traded out the 4 archers, got 2 wall breakers, broken in because she would have had a rage down anyway, and it would have broken in just fine, and waited for this clan castle and just challenged the clan castle with the queen alone. And so what you're going to go ahead and see is this clan castle is going to come out, but she has all her main attacking force deployed. That's a ton of troops right there. And that's 3 balloons and a dragon that's about to come out. And I think what should have happened is just be a little bit more patient. Let the queen handle the clan castle, even drop another rage if you need to, and really just let her handle it. Because what's going to happen here is you're going to see these troops take forever to get taken care of. Like the dragon's just hounding away at all the troops, and all the Valkyries that went into the core of the base are just getting evaporated because there's so much damage. There's the clan castle, and just like there's all the point defenses there. It just can't heal up fast enough. It's just too much going on for those troops. And as you can see, the troops are just taking way too long. The clan castle troops are just taking way too long to die. And in regards to the Stone Slammer, I think it's a pretty creative idea to send it out on its own path, and it almost worked. But what I would have done personally is probably guided it along. Once I saw these troops over here, they're taking so much damage from these point defenses, just like waiting for them to clear the wall. I would have just put Stone Slammer and put them with the Valkyries. And what's going to end up happening with the Stone Slammer is actually really important, and it's kind of hard to see. I'm going to speed this part up just a little bit. All the troops in the core died. And alright, right here. What you're going to go ahead and see is in the replay, it looks like she popped the ability. And as in like she dropped the troops. But what ends up happening is 2 Seeking Air Mines get popped and it takes down the Stone Slammer, which ends up causing the defeat of that, and it just runs into a multi-inferno and a wizard tower, and that's going to be GG for the balloons. Honestly, if it was me, I probably would have set the Stone Slammer with the Valkyries on the left, but it was just really unfortunate with the 2 traps there, and because she popped her Archer Queen ability earlier, she doesn't have it now, so the rest of the troops can't come by and save her, and honestly, just unfortunate. I don't think it was the best army composition for the base, but it was creative, almost worked. It probably could have worked with just a little bit of better execution. let's go ahead and get on to replay number 3. In this one we have Pandish Pan going against KLA with a pretty interesting kill squad with a hogging on the back end. And really, this is kind of a different raid. I haven't seen necessarily a kill squad like this in a really long time, if ever. And basically what's going to happen here is he's going to end up hogging, and basically he's just not going to be able to get through the rest of the base. And something I want you guys to just take note of is I feel like he makes some pretty common mistakes that a lot of people do when it comes to attacking these island bases with a bunch of like the dead zones everywhere. So take a look at what you think went wrong and maybe see what you think you would have done differently, and let's go ahead and break it down. So something I just want to really take note of here is we have to come to an understanding of why island bases work and why so many people struggle against them. So as you can see, these are defenses with massive amounts of space in between them, and what the goal of this is to basically make it harder for defensive targeting troops to path to them. So that's why you typically see Inferno towers and Expos alone in their own little cube. It's because that they do a lot of damage over time, and when they're left untouched, they can basically ruin a raid. So as you can see, I think he starts off with a really nice funnel. I think his overall kill squad composition is a little weird. I don't agree with bringing only 2 healers, and here's why. So I think if you're not going to bring a lot of healers, just don't bring any healers at all, except when it comes for witches. Witches are an extreme exception because you can do like the witches walk around the base, and honestly, it just pop skellies and it just works. But when you just have 2 healers and it's gonna walk like a P.E.K.K.A. or something around the base, it's just not the most efficient use of troops in my opinion. Like I said, this is just my opinion. I just think that there's a better way to go about doing so. So as you can see, is the P.E.K.K.A. is gonna walk around and get picked off by the Inferno tower, and this is where it all goes down wrong. So his kill squad was a little interesting in itself. I think the composition was interesting, but hey, it actually worked and he got a ton of value for it. You basically got every objective that you needed to in regards to a hog kill squad. But here's where everything goes wrong. So he has about 20, I think about 30 hogs total. And you're gonna see that he drops basically every single one except 5, and that's the problem here. So ring bases, they're designed for troops to path poorly. So it's just gonna go from here to here and all across, but it's not gonna go to the Inferno tower. And what needed to happen is maybe drop like 10 or 15 and save another 10 to delay and just put here, and they would have gone straight to the Inferno. And instead that he kind of makes that decision a little bit late, and when in reality he needed some hogs to put around right here to go straight to the Inferno. But overall, he should have kept some hogs the entire time, so that way he could sprinkle them around the exterior of the base, so that way it creates a fluid clockwise / counterclockwise motion. Because when you have your hogs running up and down and zigzags everywhere, it makes it really hard for you to heal, and it slows down your cleanup immensely. Because when your hogs are going everywhere, you need to have a smooth raid in order to clean up effectively. And honestly, because of the poor hog pathing, and it wasn't necessarily in a smooth counterclockwise / clockwise motion around the base, it just didn't end up working out for him. Pretty good idea, just poor execution. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. I love doing these analysis videos, and yeah, stay tuned for more content. I'll see you guys in the next one.